Alright. We are back. We are back. Jesus.
Welcome back, MYAA.
Casey, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, though. How are you doing, Casey? How'd your stream go, by the way? Huggles, also thank you for the tier 1 sub for 8 months. Again, I really do appreciate that. Thank you all so much. I do appreciate that. And also metal tax paid by Hugglesberry as well. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to try to do my best to be able to do this stream. Like, I feel much better than the day, you know, whatever, but I'm still not 100%. So I appreciate everybody. And also just trying to be transparent with all you as much as I can. Hope you're all doing well today. Koros, ATM, Wolfen, Huggles, Casey, I see you all. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Love you too, Hopsies. Love you too. But I decided to do a little bit of Shadowverse because I do want to get back into it. Plus, also considering the fact that I dumped an ungodly amount of hours into this game already of Rune Factory 4. It's insane. It's insane, but it's a lot of fun. For those who have not played Rune Factory 4 Special, they should definitely give it a shot. I'm Genshin. Genshin is so good. Let's go. All right, so let's jump into it right now. So let's get back into the gaming here. So for those who don't remember, like when we were last playing Shadowverse, we got to the point where we're trying to recruit, like, you know, the student council member, but it's not working out so well. So we're gonna see how well it actually goes this time. Yo, thank you for the hugs, Huggleberry. I appreciate you. I mean, Genshin has a lot to offer now, ATM, since you've last played. Like, there's fishing, there's technically real estate. I see you too, Eunuch. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. But there's so much you can do in Genshin. Hope you're doing well, Eunuch. By the way, also, Eunuch, I've heard that you and Koros had a lot of fun with Genshin, so that's really awesome. Hope you guys are still enjoying the Genshin train. I'm trying to take it, like, you know, going as much as I can, but, you know, priorities and also just other games do take up a bit of a difference. So, what we're going to be trying to do in this game, we're actually going to try using Dragoncraft instead of Forestcraft. We might have a little bit better luck, because I feel like it might be better just having bigger strength versus multiple smaller creatures. By the way, how are you enjoying Eunuch? How are you enjoying Breath of the Wild as well? Because I know that you were asking questions about it, but I'm not too sure like what your thoughts on the games are so far. I have a lot of what I think I said you had like a lot of fun with, like, you know, Koros with Genshin or something like that. I think that's what I was mentioning. Anyway, let's just jump into this. We need to get this taken care of. If I'm out of my work's phone, will come and call and sick me, so I don't have to go to work today. I mean, tell you what, Casey, I'll call in for you if you call in for me. How does that sound? Because I really don't feel like going back to work tomorrow. I really don't. I love it. I'm glad to hear that. I figured you would, because it's such a good game. Like, I actually found my copy of Breath of the Wild, and I actually booted up and played it a little bit, just because I remember, like, when we were talking together about the game, like, it just brought back so many good feelings onto it.
Don't tell me you're making
Oh, yeah, they have auto speech. But yeah, Breath of the Wild, amazing game. Cannot wait for the sequel.
Plan, right? I'm with you all the way. Come on, guys. It's go time.
No, Barry, you can't time out Barry. You can't time out Barry. Only I have that power to time out Barry if it comes down to it. Let's try this again. All right, take two.
Oh, perfect
Take
timing.
two.
I was just about to pay your club a visit. I appreciate you saving me the trip. I take it you've finally given up?
No, we didn't give up. We're gonna go this
Including
100%.
the club
Let's do
president,
it.
You currently only have 6 members. In other words, you're one short of the minimum requirement.
I mean,
Therefore, as
we
per
have an
our
idea for a
agreement,
7th one,
the
so
Shadowverse Club will be disbanded.
it's gaming. We're gaming.
Wait, who said anything about giving up? We're still in this, right?
Oh, so you've devised a strategy to find your last club member? Let's hear it then.
We'll ask a cat to join. Again, I still love that line. It's a tough battle. It is. It is. But I feel like with Dragoncraft, we might have a little bit better of a chance at this one.
Oh,
You know?
So you've devised a strategy to find your last club member? Let's hear it then.
Oh, Hopesees, you're also playing Tales of Arise as well? We'll make you our last member.
What?
What? Alright, let's try this again.
What?
Just the classic anime. I love it.
You
Let's
don't
go.
appear to be choking. In that case, I'll give you a serious answer.
I'm gonna let this play through just because,
I refuse
again,
to
it's
join your
it's
club.
been a while
I
since
have
we've
no
actually tried
interest
doing
in
this.
Shadowverse whatsoever.
Like, this is almost as anime as, like, what you would expect from Quarry in the House. Or King of the Hill. You actually love Shadowverse. It's fantastic. That's awesome. I had to jump into it. I played a little bit more of the demo, and I'm kind of leaning more towards it as well. She's a Mass Maestro. But ultimately, I think I made a good decision. I went either from Tales of Arise to Dead Cells, so I decided to pick up Dead Cells instead. Like, for now. But yes, Kagura's a Mass Maestro.
Please, that's preposterous.
There's no way you'd say something like that without any proof, right?
Like, the art style's a little bit different than Core of the House, but it's still fundamentally the same show.
Nothing but the...
Won't be able to stay a long while. Oh, you're watching a show, Eunuch? What show are you watching, by chance? Is that the actual name of the show, or is there something that's going on that we should contact local authorities?
Is that a Shadowverse keychain?
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, that's Holy Saber.
Holy Saber.
Why does that ring a bell?
Alright, let's try doing this again.
Wait, it all makes sense now. That's the Masked Maestro's signature
I'm
card.
kind of concerned for this one. Let's see what we can do.
You've certainly been thorough with your research. Very well. I admit it. Your intuition was correct.
Can we do it, though? Can we do it?
Seriously? Does that mean...
NCIS. Oh, okay. Cool. Just had to get confirmation. I tried watching NCIS back, like, years ago, but it just wasn't my thing, you know? Like, those type of shows, like, they're really I felt like action, stuff like that, but just not my cup of tea. I guess I'm just more of, like, a Brooklyn Nine-Nine kind of guy. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine is just fantastic. Writing is great, and so is the humor as well. It's just so good.
The Kirisame family.
Koros, also thank you for paying the mail text as well. I appreciate it.
Our household strives not to enjoy Shadowverse ourselves, but to
Yo,
provide
Deli,
enjoyment
welcome
to
to the
others.
stream, man. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for paying the taxes. How are you doing, Deli? By the way, Deli, if it makes you feel, I hope this makes you happy. I did pick up Dead Cells, so I should be having Dead Cells at some point as well.
It's true that I love Shadowverse.
Yo, thank you for the shout for Deliatris. Deliatris, let's go. Still working on that.
I assume the truth would come out sooner or later.
It's kind of sucked that like her family makes the card game, but she's supposed to like not enjoy it.
I'm going to resign
No, that's not how
as
this
student
works.
council president.
Yo, is that Keking? Oh, that looks like Keking. That's amazing. I love it. Let's go.
If I resign,
Deltras. It's AM's got it. It's AM's definitely got it.
Have time to consider disbanding your club.
All right,
In the
can we do
meantime,
this?
You'll be free to continue your search for a seventh member. I trust you'll find one by the time everything is resolved. That's all I have to say. Please
Nope,
take your leave.
we are not leaving. This is anime, so we have to have an epic
No
showdown.
way. I don't like the sound of that at all.
It's AM. Let's
You
go.
shouldn't have to quit for us. We want you to be our last member.
Actually, I'm curious.
Did you not hear what I just said?
I love Shadowverse, and so do you. Right, Kagura?
Oh, it's AM was playing Noel? You gotta love Noel. No, how is Noel treating you, ATM? How is Noel treating you?
If you wish to produce
All right, have a good night, Eunuch. Enjoy NCIS, my friend, and enjoy Breath of the Wild. It's such a phenomenal game. You'll definitely enjoy it. Like, there's just so much depth to it, you cannot stop putting it down.
I think the answer is pretty obvious, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, Moldog, welcome. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Also, thank you for the host. I appreciate that, dude. How are things going, man? All right, super anime time. Like, if what we just saw was anime, this is kind of another level of anime. BRB dinner sounds good. We actually just had dinner, so enjoy, Deli.
Have a will of my own.
It's like reverse Persona. She puts on the mask instead of like ripping it off to like awaken her powers. By the way, happy 25th for Persona. Let's go. I cannot wait to see what they have coming.
Then prove it to me right now.
All right. Let's try this.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
You're on.
No, it's just got to be me, hero.
Wait, actually, this is your time to shine.
Time for this boss battle. I mean, ATM. It's AM, my friend, my brother. I feel like this time we might have a better opportunity. Because with Forestcraft, the deck had a ton of like little creatures that we could just spam on the board. Dragcraft has big dragons. So I feel like that might just be a little bit more value. And especially how like some of the dragons and stuff have like Storm, OF, and stuff like that. So I'm hoping we have a little bit of a better shot. I'm terrible at card games, so we're going to see how well we go. As long as they don't set 2 cards face down and play like a human wins, I think we're good. I think we'll be good. Please let me go second. Son of a bitch. All right. We're going for... I prefer to go second, honestly. Like, second you get so much more advantage early on, especially the decks I play. Geez, we don't want Wild Hunt. Okay, that's actually not too bad, because this, I believe, gives us a play orb when it evolves, if I'm not
Feeling good about
mistaken.
this one.
Oh, that sucks. I'd rather go second, honestly. Okay, so yeah, when it dies, we get an empty play orb, so that's fine. So Blazing Breath is going to be really good, because we can combine it with Wild Hunt, so we could actually take out, like, really important boss characters. So that's not too bad, and she pretty much just played a delayed Pot of Greed. Yeah, I still can't do anything, so we'll just have to pass it. Because, like, this deck is actually a deck I did create myself using the game, so we're going to see how well this actually works. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, right? We can't play Ace Dragoon because, like, he's only good if you actually have an established board. So we're going to go with Alea Dragon Knight. Because when she does die, we actually do get a play orb, which is good because we want to get those things as fast as possible. Are you holding up, Metal? I'm doing the best, man. I appreciate it. Like, this place is definitely not the same at all. And I'm just trying my best to be able to help you there and emotionally support my wife. But I will be honest, it's pretty rough right now, but I appreciate for asking, Muldog. Thank you, man. Hopefully things get better soon, but it's going to be a while before we kind of feel like, you know, things are kind of normal. Because, like, the environment here is just so different. We got to get rid of this thing fast, because when it evolves, it has a 7/6 Storm with Ward. That's terrifying to me. So what we're going to do is, this might actually seem like a lot, but we're going to get rid of it right now. We're going to use this, and then we're going to actually activate Wild Hunt to destroy it completely. So paying 3 to get rid of her Ace card, not all that bad, plus, you know, we can start evolving next turn. So we'll get into some 2 damage there. Hopefully that kind of puts her in a situation she can't play a lot of cards and go from there. Because this thing's going to resolve, it'll become a draw 2, which is nice, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. So that goes away. She draws 2. She's playing another Amulet. So, oh, that's actually pretty good. So that means I could just start swinging for some damage, which is really nice. Gains. Ooh, if only we had Storm, that'd be really good right now. But that's okay. It's still a 4/4, which is still pretty nice. We can also evolve it to a 6/6. We can also evolve her, but we don't really want to do that right now. I feel this. I mean, if these die ultimately pretty quickly, that might be pretty good. We can also just summon that and activate its attack and evolve. So we'll go with that, actually. We're going to play this. I don't know if I want to evolve her just yet. No, I feel like we should save the evolutions for when it, like, it's pretty hectic. So, like, we'll just avoid doing that. Because 2 versus 4 right now ain't a whole lot of, like, you know, value, if you know what I mean? So we'll just do that in pass turn.
Don't disappoint me. How's this?
Okay, so that's another Amulet.
It's your turn.
Okay, so that's actually kind of cool. Ooh, a Genesis Dragon. Jeez. It's a 10. It's a 10 CMC 7/9 with Storm, so that's actually pretty good. Plus, if we evolve it, it does have a 9 attack and 11 defense. So that's actually not too bad. We're gonna see what we can actually do here. I don't have enough for OF, so that's fine. We could drop this, but we probably want to hold off till we can actually benefit, like, the subtract 2 from it. So we'll just go with Seabrand Dragon right now. We're gonna swing for some damage here, because I believe when these are still summoned, it's still gonna have summoning sickness, but I could be wrong. This will be a 6/6 potentially next turn, so we might actually have some good planning right now. And ultimately, if it comes down to it, we do have configuration, which could be a pseudo board wipe. Wow, she's actually playing. There it is. So that's actually kind of frightening, because she's actually now playing regen, but also just getting rid of her ambulance, which is sick. God, we were actually doing pretty good. Now we're actually looking pretty bad. Okay. I mean, I do ultimately have a board wipe. We ultimately have a board wipe if I really have to get down to it. We still have Genesis Dragon now, too. So, let's see. So, if I played... Okay, so this will be... Yeah, we kind of have to go the board wipe. So, first off, what we'll do is we're going to attack this. She just has too much value on board. And then after that, that's going to put it down to 3. So, now let's do configuration. This will get rid of everything on her board. Yeah, that's good. That's way less intimidating right now, so I think we're good to pass turn. And then next turn, I can just summon Genesis Dragon and just do a ton of damage. So we are good. Clean. I love it. I love it, Chorus. It's so good. All right, so Genesis Dragon can actually do a tremendous amount of damage, hopefully. We can play it, which is fantastic. Plus, if this thing survives, we could summon Ace Dragoon, and we'll have another 9-5. Oh, I'm sorry, 9-3 on board. Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. Alright, so we're going to drop Genesis Dragon. This thing is pretty dope. The dude has Storm, so I believe he can attack directly. We're just going to do this anyway. Because I believe Rush is where I can attack, like, you know, other followers, but Storm, it doesn't abide to Summoning Sickness. Okay, cool. So, as long as this thing stays on board, we should win. Yo, Christian, thank you for paying the metal tax, dude. Hope you're doing well. It's been a little bit. How are you doing? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? I believe it's like, what? Like 3 according to the commercial? But do you have a more scientifically in-depth answer? Because I'd love to know. I would love to know, Christian. It's 3? Dang, I had no idea. Looks like we got game. We got game, ATM. Let's go. But Christian, how are you doing, man? It's great to see you. And not only do we have game, but we also just paid 3 and got a 9-3. Look at that, Ethan. Just look at that. It's so good. So good. We can also drop a few other creatures, too. We're also going to drop the cost of this. So I can just have a full board. It's so beautiful. Right, ATM? And scientific reason is that Mr. Owl never lies. Who would have thought Mr. Owl would never lies? But let's go. All right. Swing per game. Let's go. Enjoy the cookies from Huggles Christian. And that's it. There we go. GG. You see? All I need to do is just try building Dragoncraft off stream and see how well it works. But I feel like this actually worked insanely better comparing to Forest Crafts. Let's go. GG, everybody. GG, we did it. GG. Cat Jam. Take off that Persona mask. Impressive. Metallica's too good. No, we just got lucky. We just got lucky. Yo, Christian, thank you so much for lurking and dropping in. It's always good to see you. Hope you have a good lurk, my friend. But we got our 7th member, I hope.
For themselves. Your skill and resolve are undeniable.
We did it.
I lost. Fair and square.
Because I don't remember if she actually agreed to join the club if she won, did she?
I'll agree to join the Shadowverse Club for now.
Oh,
And
for
I suppose
now.
That makes me your 7th member.
I guess she is actually a part of it. Let's go.
However, as an interim member, don't expect me to make an appearance at your after-school meetings. And bear in mind that having 7 members does not mean your club has been officially recognized.
I mean, that's what, like, only thing she told us to do.
Just gotta win nationals, right?
Oh, yeah, we also have to win a national tournament. Like, that's very realistic, something that we can easily do, right? Like, we can do this, right?
Now then, it's getting late, so I think it's about time you all head home.
Okay. Welcome to
I think
the
we can do
club.
it, right? I think we can do it. Like,
You can drop the
I
titles.
think we can do it.
You got it, Kagura. See you later, Kagura.
See you later, Kagura. Oh yeah, here's your keychain back. There we go. We did it. GG. That duel actually did not take a lot of time at all. I was actually kind of surprised at how fast it actually went through. So she's gonna be like an interim member, so kind of like Sasuke and like Boruto, or like the Shadow Hokage, whatever you want to call it. Either way, we got her. We now just have to secure a national win. So I wonder how long that'll actually take us to do.
Perhaps one day I can do away with this mask for good.
I mean, that's fair. Like throwing on the mask was kind of cheesy. Like it was kind of cheesy. Yeah. Everybody gets super excited for anime. Let's go. It's your favorite, it's AM. It's your favorite. Oh, hands off. Dialogue.
How'd everything go? You know, with the club and all.
Hands off. I don't want to mess this up.
Really? I'm, glad to hear that.
I forget, is Ray actually a part of our club, or is he just some dude who loves Shadowverse? You don't seem very glad.
No, that's not it. It's just, you really are incredible. Look how much progress you've made already. I wish...
He reminds me a little bit of a Ketchy, but it may just be the wardrobe he has going on. Like with the sweater sort of thing.
I wish I could have been more like you.
Oh, like with the lines like that, it's definitely not a Ketchy anymore. Ray seemed pretty down. Maybe I should go help him out. We're in our room? Woohoo! We did it! Looks like we're officially at 7 now, but the president is not even a part of this Facebook group. This is a sham. It's not going to last any long. I wish I could have been more. I wish I could have been more like you, Metallic. Trust me, you don't want to be more like Metallic. There's not a lot of redeeming factors there. Back with Sandwich, we win. Yo, KC, we actually just destroyed the boss. Like, it was insane. Like, it was like only like, I think like maybe like turn 5 or 7, and it was already over. It was already ogre. Looks like wow. Let's go. We even got a emoticon. Let's go. It's all thanks to everyone help in the packing up my Slack. I suppose I should thank you too, Kazuki Shindo. Why do I get thanked separately? Next stop, the National Championship. It feels a little strange even typing it. Cool, I missed a boss fight. I'm sorry, Casey. Like, these aren't nearly as long as, like, Dragon Quest boss fights. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Like, 100% real with you. I was surprised at how fast that boss fight went. I thought we were going to die maybe the first few times. But we kind of got lucky. Like, they kept playing amulet cards, which... they're good, but they don't have a lot of, like, they don't do a lot right now. So, imagine, like in terms of Dragon Quest, Casey, like, imagine, like, you're just, they were constantly psyching themselves up. Like, you know, psych up in, like, Dragon Quest. It feels a little strange even typing it. How exactly do we get to Nationals? Good question. Do you agree to this not knowing the format? We can worry about it tomorrow. Time to crash. Way ahead of you. The real fun starts tomorrow, guys. I can't wait. Me neither. Night. Big old giant stale of Steam gamers. Sales for days. Let's go. Got a cool shield of it, though. Yo, the shield is pretty dope. Boss is playing Duel, so we playing Master Duel. Let's go. He gets it. Uggles gets it. Turns out the Luminary can steal Hendrix's shield. Oh, yeah, no. Like, shields, like, you know, the Luminary can pretty much just take anything they want. Because, again, plot armor, protagonist. Are you still in Act 2, Casey? What I missed, I went to the kitchen to bother the big brother. We defeated the boss fight. Like, I was actually surprised on how fast we beat it. Aside from that, we now have our 7th interim member. We're also now trying to get to the Shadowverse National Championship. So, a lot of great things are coming our character's way until something tragic happens. Thanks to Kagra joining the club, we finally have 7 members. Next up is the National Championship. It's still hard to even imagine. Today was a long day. Time to get in some shut-eye. Time to get in some shut-eye. Yes, found Granddad. Oh, that's awesome. Chapter 4, The Battle for Bronze. Full Metal Alchemist. I love how you're like referring to Granddad too. Beat up boy.
Pathetic. I lost already. So let's leave it at that.
Who is this? Who is this Chad?
Looks like you don't deserve to play Shadowverse.
What? Shadowverse is for everyone. Shadowverse is the basis for our entire economy. I just bought Vesperia on my Switch. Hopefully you enjoy Vesperia. Because every time I try to like talk to somebody about the Tales games and ask about Vesperia, they're kind of like sort of thing. Shadowverse is love and life. It's also like a growing fundamental economy with like, you know, a free market. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Who knows? How's today sound?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves there, champ.
If you think advancing to the national championship is something so easily accomplished, you're in for a rude awakening.
We just gotta steal their locator cards with Exodia, right?
I'm afraid so. Let's reconvene in the club.
Oh yeah, hands off.
School today. I believe a field trip is in order.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably gonna take a look at the Steam sale just to be able to see what they have going on. But I think for now, like this is gonna take up the majority of my free time. Like this game, it's so good. School's out. Time to head out to the club room. Running to the store so my internet poops on me. I'll be back. No worries, Hope we'll see you soon. We'll definitely see you soon. Alright, so how do I play this game? Like, how do we play Yu-Gi-Oh? We have 3. Ooh, it looks like they're like kind of like the whole side quest stuff like that. Let's see. So, oh yeah, Operation Pop. Let's go. The leading role? Me, but I never made my decision. I'm on the 2nd floor of the school right now. Can you help me? Sweet! Meet you in the courtyard. Jeez, there's so many things going up. I'm in the park. Just go right after the school. We're gonna be playing Obsidian, but it'll be fine. But I'll show you my mad baseball skills. This individual's using LOL, so he is automatically not gonna get into the first assistant. So we're gonna go with Mamori. I keep metal streams up when I go to the store too. ATM's like, yo, I'm gonna give the man a lurk. I'm gonna give him all of my support. But the dude, ATM, has never once asked me if there's anything I wanted from the store. And I took that personally. And he is still not offered to get me any type of beverage or refreshment or liquid that I can drink. I was trying to think of different synonyms for refreshments. Shit. Give this man a texting while driving. I would never do that, ATM. And also, Casey, thank you for the 25 bits. I did not hear that coming anywhere. But thank you for that. All right, let's talk to Memorial. What does she want to do?
Thanks again for inviting me to the diner. I'm still thinking about that part.
Oh yeah. Oh, so this is kind of like a follow-up to when we actually were going to talk about the diner from 1 or 2 streams ago. All right, I guess we could do that. We could do that. Mori still seems thinking hard about this. Should I pry? I need to focus on Shadowverse, but I need to see what's up because friendship and anime are so important. They are very important. Let's do that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was somebody who was trying to convince her do stuff like the play or whatever it was. Is she gonna do it?
I gave it a lot of thought, and I decided to turn down the offer after all.
Ooh, she turned it down. Is it because she's doesn't want to do it?
That lady thought I fit the role, but
Let's see.
actually, do you have some?
That's Paparazzi. You want to think from Wendy's once he wasn't happy after he responded. Why? Well, I've never had any problem with Wendy's. Wendy's is actually pretty good. I haven't had one of their square burgers in years. If it's still square, if it's circular now, but Wendy's slapped. But let's see, because maybe this might just be Memorial standing up for herself, and not trying to make everybody happy, but just focus on herself,
So it turns
which
out
is
the
super
place
crucial.
Block Association.
Wendy's
It's
nuts.
supposed to be based on a really famous
Damn.
movie.
We need to. I feel like we need to bop Casey for a second, but I'll let the mods do what they want to. Casey's just, he's just there. He's just there. He got me. He got me. All right, it was a good stream. Everybody, thank you so much for joining in. No, I'm kidding. We're good. So it turns out the play is being put on the block on Association. It's supposed to be based on a really famous
The girl who
movie.
was supposed to play the lead ended up not being able to do it. That's why they were looking for a last-minute replacement.
Wait, I'm not a film or a play person, but generally with these type of situations, don't they actually have understudies or something like
There's
that?
no way someone like me could live up to the original, though, right?
I feel that actually been an understudy or something like that. Yo, Casey, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it, my dude. Did you know that the Wendy's logo says "Mom"? No, I don't know what you're talking about either, ATM.
You really think so?
Please enlighten me, because I'm kind of there's not a single M.
But still, some people suit their role, and some people just don't, right? It'd probably be better if I stuck with being an extra or something.
I mean, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I guess I'll go tell them to find someone else.
Memori doesn't seem to look too happy about the conclusion she's
So,
reached.
it turns out the play is being put on by the Block Association.
Ben Wolf and
It's supposed to be
Obu.
based on a really famous movie.
Since this play's supposed to be based off a movie, maybe she should just give it a watch before deciding. That's actually a pretty good idea. Honestly, he just wants to get a date with Memori, though,
The
probably.
movie? You mean...
But I mean, honestly, it's a good idea because just seeing what you potentially might be doing in the movie is actually, you want to see it before you do it,
I don't know.
Because, if you give the opportunity of, either doing a play based on Titanic or Scott Pilgrim, and if I saw the movie, I'm like, yo, Scott Pilgrim slaps, so we're going to do that. You can still decide afterward.
Okay, if you say so. I think I saw it playing at the amusement center.
Probably. No Ben Wolf
Will
either.
you come watch it with me? Thank you. Okay then, let's go, I guess.
It's basically Haru Akumura. Let's go. Need to learn 9 bot variables again. Sounds good, Huggles.
Really?
Sounds good,
Yeah.
Huggles. Jeez, this place has way too many neon lights,
Did
but
you
it's actually
know?
kind of cool looking.
Alice actually plays the main character in this movie.
Hands off, hands off. I don't want to actually skip over dialogue again.
Never mind. Looks like they're letting people in now. Come on.
Yo, Raptor, welcome. It's good to see you, man. Hope you are doing well. I'm feeling all right. Like, it's still a huge change. You know, but I'm feeling much better than I was on Friday. Thank you for asking, man. How are you doing, man? Are you enjoying good games these days? Like, are you still working on Monster Hunter? Are you still working on other games? The girl put up the courage. And, oh, I didn't get to read it. That's fine. I was on the set of see the whole time. The main character sort of reminded me of Mamori. So she's probably going to go with it, especially at that point. She's been spacing out for a while. I wonder if she's okay. Puzzle Boy and Nocturne. Like, do they actually have puzzles too, or is it mainly just like combat sort of thing? Because, like, again, I never played a Shin Megami Tensei game, but I'd imagine it's mainly just focused on the story and the combat. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to like do like a lot of puzzle-based stuff too. But hopefully it goes well for you, man. I can't wait to actually play Nocturne myself.
Alice Kurobane was able to play the role of an ordinary girl so convincingly. One line from the final scene really stuck with me. Do you remember? When she teamed up with the fairies to confront the warlock and restore the world? No matter how stacked the odds were, I never gave up on myself. And I'll never give up until peace is restored. They
must have been watching an anime film then at that point based on just her little description of the character. God knows, story soon not touching it till next year. Post-game dungeon irritated me too much. But I mean, honestly, also just like waiting till next year, like they might have like more free updates, right? Because like I've seen like some of the Monster Hunter stuff getting like really interesting like updates and DLC. Like I even saw like a Mega Man demo, or I'm sorry, a DLC in Rise, which is pretty interesting actually, which is pretty interesting. Gotta love Capcom just throwing in their stuff every now and there. You totally nailed the part.
No need to sugarcoat it. You can just tell me if you don't think I can do it.
Expect pictures of evidence completing from you, Mr. ATM. Yeah, I mean, ATM has definitely got to provide the proof, otherwise it's not even going to be really done, right?
That way. I mean, look at me. I'm just a plain Jane. There's no way I could shine like Alice, right?
You won't know until you try.
You really think
kind of like
so?
just anime, like, you know.
Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. I mean it. Okay. I'm gonna give this a try. It's just like Alice said. All I have to do...
All you gotta do is believe. It's actually what Papa the Rappa said, but Alice was a huge fan of Papa the Rappa. But they had to, like, change it because, again, that's, like, I'm pretty sure it's a copyrighted catchphrase.
Oh, hello? This is Mimori from...
Oh, Mimori, dear! Oh, I've been waiting all day for your call. So, have you made up your mind?
By the way, fun fact, Chorus, I actually did pick up Parappa the Rappa 2. So I'm probably going to go through that at one point as well. Like, Parappa the Rappa the remaster was interesting, but we're going to see how good Parappa the Rappa 2 non-remastered is. It's going to be interesting, but, you know, all you got to do is believe.
Well...
Can't wait to see how well it goes.
It probably won't be perfect, and I'm really new to all this, so I might end up creating more work for everyone. But if you're really sure you want me, I'll give it my
I mean, if you don't have any acting experience, you know, they're going to need to help you, know, for sure.
So you'll do it?
It's going to be a game. It's got to be a game. Right? Parappa the Rappa, like, when I played it the first time, like, it was definitely an experience. And I mean that in a good way. Parappa the Rappa was actually... It was actually just, like, fun, just, like, seeing what happens in the story. You know, it's also very creative.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Maybe playing along SMT3 next month alongside Metro... Oh, yeah. Metroid Dread. I bet A-Team has been dreading to wait how long to play Metroid Dread.
Oh my gosh, I'm already a nervous wreck.
Like, it was such a bad dad joke, but, you know, the fact that we also kind of, like, emphasized it just made it so much worse.
I'm someone who can't even go see a movie by herself, let alone act. I'm thinking,
Oof.
if it's not too much to ask, could you help me prepare for the role?
Prepare for the... No. This is all you. You gotta sink or swim at this point. The Mori is actually doing it. Things just look like things are going to get busy. I should check on her progress later. Metal Bop, let's go. Oh, we actually get the Mori Amiyama sleeves. That's like, I mean, that's actually kind of cool for like what, Borscraft? It's like that's her main like class. I believe is what they actually refer to. So, okay, so one dude did use LOL, so we're just gonna yeet that person. So we're gonna go find Hero. Hero said he was in the courtyard, so we can definitely go check the courtyard and go from there. And I don't think he can actually bot me, of course. He could try, but I don't think it's actually gonna work. I always lose myself, but here is the courtyard. There we go. We're good. Like, I don't know why, but the courtyard is just like one of the ones I have a hard time finding too for just some reason. Wait, did he not have like an icon or something to do? Let's talk to here. I can't wait to meet up with everyone and play some Shadowverse. This is going to be so awesome. See you in the club room. I thought he wanted us to... Huh. Okay, let's go check with the other guy, Kazuki, then. I can only pop an emote. I mean, it's an emote in Spirit Bob, so it's actually pretty good. So we get a full explorable school. That is right, because floor 4 was kind of like barricaded from us from the room itself. But yeah, we could definitely do a lot of exploration. Honestly, ATM, I already did do a decent amount of exploration just because, again, I was playing the game off stream for a little bit. So, you know, we're good. Oh, it was 3rd floors where that thing actually had. Okay. Also, the fact we actually have fast travel is pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. Like, when you just get fast traveling, it just opens up a layer of convenience that is just so good. I think he was over here. Yeah, alright, cool. So let's go talk to this dude. And then we'll probably, like, go do some, like, story stuff, probably, and just make it go from there. But I can't wait, man. Like, ATM, like, the entire time when you were playing through this game and kind of, like, telling me, like, what to expect, I'm like, yo, this actually sounds like a bop.
We solved the case of the vandalized vase like true professionals, didn't we? I'd say that to a... As it happens,
Kai is one of your favorite characters?
the Academy is currently holding a mystery-solving competition. Would you care to join forces again?
Yo, we get to play the great detective cases. Let's do it. Count me in. It's only on chapter 5 of this game? Interesting. I thought you already completed with it, dude.
Now.
Thanks for the hydrate, Casey. I appreciate you, by the way, my dude. Huckleberry, the command bot has been successfully added. Huckleberry has banned Uwu. One bots have been banned Uwu. What? What? Interesting. Huggles has been banned. Uwu. One boss has been banned. Uwu. Sorry, not sorry. Kappa bop. I don't think that's what Huggles was intended to actually happen.
For each riddle you solve on this floor, you'll receive a card from one of our game masters. Once you earn 2 cards, you'll be able to test your wits in the final puzzle quest. Beat the quest to win the whole event. Good luck, Super Sleuths.
Okay, so we just gotta get a locator card.
So
Sure.
all we have to do is solve riddles and collect cards. Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's get to it.
I wonder if this is gonna be like one of those things where he does like all the work and I just kind of like answer like, you know, questions for him or something like that. I mean, I'm down. I, you know, don't mind actually going with the lazy route. Do we actually fight them or? Let's take a look.
Please?
We're ready for the next challenge. What kind of riddle do you have in store for us? I messed up the command. It's all good, Huggles. What we can do now is just learn from our mistakes and go forward. That's kind of like the whole thing with experience, right? Experience being your best teacher. Put on your thinking caps and prick up your ears. Here it comes. The moon can see 1, Thor can see 4, the sun can see 7. So what can twin and twa Saturn see in 3 figures after your solution? The witch answers 0, 8. The alchemist answers 2 and 6. The fortune teller answers 6 and 5. Whose word will you take? Quite the head scratcher, this one. Which solution should we choose? Run by that me again, please. Like, I need to actually think about this for a second. So, 7, 4, 1. 7, 4, 1. So, 7, 4, 1. 7, 4, 1. So, 7, 4. 7, 4, 1 equals 12. None of them equal together. So 7, 4, 1, or 1, 4, 7, I think it was right. So 1 away from 4 equals 3, and then 1 to add 7 equals 8. So the witch's answer would suffice from that one, but the alchemist is still in the middle. Neither does the fortune teller is 6 and 5 make any sense. Like, are you supposed to like go to the library or something to figure this out? But the moon source. Interesting. 147. I think I have an idea. Ha! Got him. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. The alchemist gives you some potent magic. Here is all yours. We got the real Winter Caprice card. Let's go. We are gaming. Take to the next game master to continue your riddle solving quest.
Brilliant.
Let's move to the next riddle. Like that kind of made no sense. Like initially I tried to like, you know, think about just adding all the number, like, you know, adding 7 to 1 and 4 to get 5 and like, I'm like, it kind of works, so we're going to go with that logic. So I'm just glad it kind of like worked out in our favor. So let's go. 16 hours in and we're only on chapter 4. Needless to say, I'm actually enjoying my time with this game, right?
Please?
Ready to late on us. Sure thing, listen closely, okay? You're looking for an ancient spell to see away the Prince of Coyotes. As you journey to find it, 3 sages appear before you. However, it seems that only one of them is a real deal. The sage of the west tells you, square minus circle equals 4. Square plus triangle equals 9. Triangle plus circle equals 5. Square is 6. 3 is that. And that is 1. Which one is a real sage?
Well then.
Elementary. The real sage is run by that me again. Successfully edited. Let's go. Let's go. Casey has been banned by 2 bots. Has been banned. How does that even work? Is it worth doing the fastest run in Deltarune for my first playthrough, or can I fight everything? I mean, does Deltarune still contain the whole like whatchamacallit, like the pacifist route and stuff like that? I know Undertale did it, but I don't know if Deltarune played the same way. But honestly, dude, I would just go with whatever you prefer to play, man. I can tell you in my personal experience, I literally just destroyed everything in my path. At least in most of it. Don't ask me, killing everything is way more interesting. I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is, right? So which one is the real sage? So 6. Alright, so... But yeah, ATM, just play the way you want it to, man. I don't know if Deltarune actually has that. I just know in Undertale you could choose to either, you know, defeat everything, spare everything. It just depends. Alright, so... Let's see. So 6, 3, 1. I actually had to kind of like, you know, do a screenshot of like what they're actually saying. So triangle plus circle, that would be 4. That's wrong. So square and triangle. So it's gonna be the sage of the east at that point. Yeah, because like that's like the only one that actually added to it like a correct number. The sage gives you an ancient spell. Here you go. There we go. We go for 2 for 2. We got a real fire chain card. Let's go.
I did it.
You did it? I'm sorry, Kai. You did it?
Oh,
Thank you for that. It sounds like you finally set the puzzle quest. I can't wait to take a crack at it. Yeah, it's all the same here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too as well, ATM. That's what I'm thinking as well. Just play it the way that you want to, my dude. I'm still not a huge fan of this camera, to be honest. But, alright, Kai, we see how you truly are. We have the 2 cards, or should I say, we have an ancient spell and some potent magic. I think we're ready to take on the Prince of Coyotes.
Hardly even a challenge.
He's got the... Look at that anime glare. Let's go. The mystery of mysteries is about to be unraveled. That's the spirit. Use your ancient spell and potent magic to defeat the Prince of Coyotes. So what is going to happen? Oh, it's a duel. Alright, alright, alright. We can try it. We can try it. Expand the battlefield. Let's go. Yo, Dark, welcome. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. It's going alright, man. It's actually going to a pretty interesting start. We actually defeated the main boss, and now we're doing like kind of like puzzle quests to get ready for the national championships. Hope you're doing well. And also, thank you for the shout out, Huggles. I appreciate you. Alright, so we gotta defeat all the followers. To deal 1 damage to an enemy follower, followers. Looks like we still have cards in our deck, so transform each follower into a snowman. So I'm assuming we... So do we do that? What is spell boost actually? How does spell boost work? So in effect, mostly found on followers and spell cards. Cards with spell boost have their effects modified each time you play a spell while they're in your hand. Some will lower the cost of this card, raising its damage. Otherwise, interesting. So cards with spell boost each time you play a spell while they're in your hand. Oh, interesting. Okay, so first off, we're gonna turn them all into snowmans. I think is the way to go. And then we just do Fire Chain. And then since we did Spell Boost, since we already played 2 cards, it's going to do ba-ba-bam. So we're good. Let's go. So hard. So hard. Ooh, it actually kind of goes towards our Runecraft as well. So we gaming now. So let's actually just get a bunch of experience for no reason. Wish I had better training, but I'll figure it on my own. I'm sorry to hear that, Upsius. I mean, but hopefully with your manager is pretty open about, like, you know, questions you may have, you know? Because honestly, that's just like how a lot of training is. Like, I can tell you, like, the place that I work at, there's, like, they do training, but there's so much they don't cover because they can't. But hopefully it gets better. Hope Kias. Yeah, it's AM. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do it. It's a.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you.
That's right, you couldn't, because we pretty much did everything. But it's all good. Kai seems like a pretty nice individual.
I never realized it could be so much fun teaming up with another person like that.
Well, I have to because the Pokemon Company showed me the way.
There's no problem
Oh
we
man,
can't
it's
solve,
so good.
no riddle we can't unravel. I hope you'll join me the next time.
No, that is awesome. I'm glad to hear that helps you. Yeah, I think Della even mentioned that his place has like a very similar function where you like get these points and you can like redeem it for like stuff like, you know, of course, like, you know, gift cards and stuff like that. So that's awesome, Hoopsies. Congratulations. I'm definitely glad to hear that. That just makes it sound like, you know, you're definitely in a good environment. I really am happy for that. All right, so now we have to go. I believe I don't want to go there just yet. There's somewhere else we got to check out as well. Was it the park? Yeah, it's the park. That's the park where Kazuki should be. So let's actually go check him out too, because he had another little side quest thing I want to get taken care of as well. Because I actually do want to do these little side quest things too. They're actually a lot of fun. Yo, they're playing Shadowverse with very low-res pictures. Let's go. Who is when nobody has a damn clue what they're playing? Like, what are they playing? Can anybody make these cards out? Like, anybody at all? Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't. We'll do a quick save. We have 376 different cards. Jeez, and we only have one set still unlocked, too.
Today's the big baseball game against Obsidian. You're coming to cheer us on, right?
I'm sort of busy.
Gotcha. Maybe next time then.
Oh, I kind of feel bad. Like, he was so excited just to inform us, but no. I'm sorry, we changed our mind. We are good to go. My favorite manager transferred on Friday, so I'm sad about that. I'm not sure if that was Canada, so he helped me with more, but he did help me with one of my boxes, show me a ton of super sweet. I'm sorry he helps you. Maybe if you end up getting, like, transferred to a different location, you know, that's something you always look into. Arceus isn't officially pronounced Arceus. It's pronounced. God, ATM, you're savage. All right, let's continue. All right, let's see what Kazuki's is about too. Yo, you ready, Kazuki?
You know it. I'm ready to knock it out of the park. You know, literally.
And metaphorically, let's go. It's about 2 hours away. I mean, if you end up getting a location, like if you actually end up being like, you know, a house or something like that closer, that would definitely be an opportunity. But, you know, I know that it's like a big thing and also a big what if potentially. The game gets started. Time to root for Kazuki. It's been pronounced both ways in the anime, right? Yo, ATM, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? Welcome back, Telly Dude. It's good to see you. The spot open?
Thanks. Say, you're Kazuki's friend, aren't you? From the Shadowverse Club?
Friend is a interesting term, but yeah, we are associated.
My fault that he got roped into this.
We're associated with each other.
That's a home run!
Oh no! A home run? I can't believe we're already down so early!
Wasn't that a Kazuki though?
This doesn't
Probably.
look so good. If only our ace wasn't benched today.
Yo, Stale, welcome. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back, by the way. It's been a little bit. How are you doing, Stale? Getting back? Are you kind of like back to just like getting back to normal day things? We have a secret weapon. His name is Kazuki.
All right. Looks like I'm up to bat.
Is he actually like really talented at baseball though? Oh, it's a home run.
Wait, what just happened?
Let's go, Kazuki. Quit Shadowverse and go for the unconventional route of being in the MLB. Let's go.
See? Nothing to worry about. Let's make sure he can hear us. Come on, get loud.
I don't want to get too loud. You see, my voice is a little bit sore. Kazuki kept the momentum throughout the entire game, leading the Tensei Academy to victory. Let's go. I mean, did he actually play? Like, if you could look in the foreground, they all played in that outfit, so that does not seem like, you know, adequate, you know, apparel for baseball, but, you know, maybe I just might be behind the times. I'm not too sure.
Oh, thanks for cheering me on today. I heard you loud and clear out there.
Oh, that's what associates are for.
You were amazing, Kazuki.
Wait,
That's what associates are for.
Dude, we told you to take it easy, remember?
Relax. A sprain doesn't mean I have to stay in bed all day.
Yeah, it's very common, unfortunately, Hopesius. Like, a lot of the training that I've gotten from all my jobs have been kind of, like, you get, like, the bare minimum up front, and then you kind of figure it out or learn as you go. Like, it's definitely very common, unfortunately. Because, like, there's so much... Like, there's a little bit, like, they really can't, like, you know, anticipate everything for anything, if that makes sense. Like, you know, they can't show you everything because just logically, you know, they can't account for everything that could happen on the job, but also just the amount of time and training, I think they would also be, like, a huge deficit for the company. But no, I totally get that. There's a lot they miss in training everywhere.
Can you really call me your ace if I'm not there when it matters? Anyway, congrats on the win. That's all I wanted to say.
To each their... Yeah, I mean, different companies have it differently, but I mean, you can always bring that to your management as well to see if there might be something that they could do better to be able to help either with training or even just retention. Because honestly, especially in today, geez, like, their retention is a huge thing that places want to do. No, that was the deadest grats I've ever heard.
Yeah, I guess he's still bummed out about his injury.
Can't blame him. But maybe there's something we can do to help, you know?
You know?
Either way, thanks so much for stepping up today. We couldn't have done it without you.
Why am I tired but I'm not
Such a waste
sleepy?
for someone with your talent to be in the Shadowverse Club, honestly.
I mean, can you join 2 clubs at once, or can you only have, like, 1 club sort of thing?
You bet. Guess we should head out too, huh?
I guess so.
Glad I was able to pull it off.
I'm glad to hear that you like that one, because yeah, just having that all, like, you know, set up is really, really nice. You were amazing.
Thanks. I've always liked playing sports and stuff, I guess. Just wish I was better at Shadowverse, you know? All that blood rushing to my legs must be draining my head. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. Can't have you guys leave me in the dust,
Shadowverse
you know?
isn't the most complex game, dude. You can definitely do it, Kazuki.
Speaking of which, I've actually
If I can do it, anybody
coming
can.
up in the shopping district. You want to come with?
Ooh, a tournament, you say?
Oh, yes!
Yeah, we can totally do that.
Oof, classic me. I'm already late for my deliveries. Sorry, I gotta bounce or I'm toast.
There you go, Hopesius. Hopefully it does help, because honestly that would be really beneficial.
I'll be fine. See you later.
Because yeah, like, you can sometimes, like, I remember, like, when I was actually ripping open a few boxes, just, like, you know, from stuff I purchased, like, I actually got a nasty gash, so... Because, like, again, like, you know, staples are a thing. Staples are definitely a thing. Huggles, every time you gamble, I literally have to, like, double-check and make sure it actually says loss. Because sometimes, you know, you actually win, and you're a winner in my book, man. Alright, so now that we did all the little side effect things, we are now kind of good to go. ATM has won 20,000 points. Good job, ATM. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of things that those points will do for you. Let's go. Yo, Wolf didn't even go into that RNG train. Let's go. I was a primary trainer when I worked at the gas station. After they taught me how to do register, I was supposed to learn the night shift, my primary position. Old night shift person quit the day before I started that shift, and I was never trained in it, so I was later trained in all the newbies without being... Yeah, like, that's just an awful thing, dude. I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through that still. Like, I kind of wish that, like, the owner or the manager kind of, like, stepped up and, you know, fulfilled that. But, you know, again, unfortunately, that's just a little bit too much, apparently, at some points. Screw my bot. Wait, what did Wolf and Fox do? Like, what did Wolfen do? I want to know, Huggles. Alright, I think we're gonna go... Now, let's continue.
The soccer club's got way more members. It only makes sense that we get to use the grounds.
Your numbers are irrelevant. Where are your results?
Oh, yeah, she... Like, her keyword is results.
All you care about.
Of course. What other way is there to determine your worth?
Damn, she is cold.
Can't be
As, like, the
serious.
president, of course. As a Shadowverse fan, she's, you know, pretty passionate about it. But, dang.
What are you doing here?
What did I do?
You're with the Shadowverse Club. I bet you're sick of this tyrant bossing you around too, right? You can't
Much
let her
love,
keep getting
Kick
away
Hug.
with this stuff.
It kind of reminds me of, like, Parappa the Rappa. Tyrant's a bit strong. Actually, no, we'll defend her, saying she's doing her best.
Are you kidding me? Whatever. So, results are all that matter to you, huh? And how about this?
Oh, look at the soccer club play Shadowverse. I am scared.
A member of the Shadowverse Club ought to have no problem taking on someone in the soccer club, right? If you can't even produce results here, you might as well disband the Shadowverse Club. How about it, Prez?
I mean, she's technically a member.
You don't need to stay and listen to this.
He's like, yeah, we could totally do this. I'll take you on myself. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna do this because, like, I mean, our deck should be fine, right? We took down the president with it, so hopefully we can take this one down too.
Shadowverse, and I'll lay off of you and your club.
Sounds good. Looks like this guy means business. Am I ready for it? Ready as I'll ever be. Let's give it a shot. Honestly, we need to play this deck a little bit more to be able to see the consistency, just because if we got one win off the president, and also, you know, we need to make sure we can keep, you know, having it consistent. That's everything in the card game. Like, that's everything and anything in a card game. Consistency. We're going with second, so I already like this a little bit more than before. They're playing Forest Craft. Interesting. Genesis Dragon is a pretty nice draw, but it's going to be really late until we actually get to drop into it. So let's just, you know, draw something else out. Ooh, Dragon Oracle. I like that. We get extra play points really quickly, plus we get to just draw a card via OF, so that's pretty nice, actually. Plus, we draw 2 at the first of our turn. So, fanfare. Randomly discard the lowest cost in your hand, then draw 2. Shenlong's actually pretty good. So, I can't do anything, so we just got a pass turn. How does a Forest Craft player not have anything to play on turn 2? That's absurd. Start of your turn, transform this follower into... Okay, so we have to have OF for that to actually make any difference. So, let's just... we'll just, you know, play OF. Or Dragon Oracle.
Alright. Don't hurt me. That's it for my turn.
How is that just after your turn? I don't understand you, man. So I can't actually play 2 cards if I really wanted to. So drop this, and we're also going to drop this. And the fact that we're going to have 6 mana... I'm just going to call it mana. We're going to have 6, you know, mana. Open up next turn is actually be really, really strong for us.
All right.
May the forest be at peace.
So they're going to play that to be able to get 2 fairies in the hand. That's...
Hey, let's play.
I mean, swarming the field with fairies is not a bad thing. Just because they have, like, something to, like, mass evolve them, it's going to be pretty bad. This guy is a bot. He's definitely a bot. This can't be attacked, which is pretty nice. We don't have anything for Ace Dragoon, but combining Genesis and Ace Dragoon is pretty good. We can also, depending on what we draw, we can always use Shenlong next turn, too, and just get an extra Pot of Greed-like effect. So drop this. This is going to evolve next turn, which is pretty dope, essentially. So we'll have... He'll probably know to destroy this then, right? At the end of the start of your turn, transfer this into... Yeah, we're going to evolve this. I don't want this thing to die just yet, so we're going to hold off on that. So, like, if it can get transformed, that'd be kind of nice, because it might actually get rid of the damage, too. So, he can't attack, but that's fine. I mean, they're going to have to get rid of their stuff, so we're just going to go for damage anyway. Because, like, these don't really do inherently a lot on their own. Like, you know, pecking for 4 is fine, but they're going to have to crash them into here to, like, just clear up their board. Unless I, like, draw that one card that, like, you know, returns everything else in their hand back to their hand, but it gets +1/+1. Which doesn't really look like the case. Oh, I don't like that. The fact that it's a 4/4 is pretty annoying. I mean, I could do a few things here. All right, we have 7, which is nice. But I can also... Ooh, this is a single target removal, so that's pretty nice.
My lord.
I mean, I could make it a 4/4, which is fine, I guess, or a 4/3. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, because like when we play Genesis Dragon, it's gonna be over pretty much, so that's fine. All right, so we're gonna swing at the guy again. Because yeah, like the turn that we do bring out Genesis Dragon, if they don't have like, you know, any ward or anything like that, it's over. It is over. Yo, Ubel 1000, welcome. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How's it going, Ubel? This is Shadowverse, actually, not Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but hope you're doing well, Ubel. How's Jaden? How's everybody going? Did they... Wait. Oh, okay, so they had... Yeah, they did the fanfare effect. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I need to land. Jeez, they're just, like, cycling out so many cards. That's insane. Ooh, but we did draw to Lucifer. At the end of your turn, restore 4 defense to your leader. That's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good. We can actually just replenish the life that we did lose. Unfortunately, though, we can't really drop... I mean, Lucifer is still pretty good, though. It's still definitely pretty good. At the end of your turn, deal 4 damage to the enemy leader. Ooh. Kind of like that, actually. Too bad he doesn't have, like, Storm or Rush or anything like that. Shine on all creation. So, the real question is, do we... I mean, it's a 9-8. There's no way they're really going to be able to get rid of that. So, I mean... Yeah, I mean, let's apply pressure. So, we're going to drop Lucifer. Which actually looks pretty dope, by the way. Kind of reminds me of, like, the Devil's Part-Timer. In the void. Sure. Alright, so let's get rid of this thing. Just because it's like, it's the strongest thing. This is going to deal 4 damage to... they don't even have his name. He's just Shadowverse soccer player. So, 4 damage to him. So, if he doesn't do anything to this creature, we won. Oh, well, thank you for asking. Hope everyone is well. I'm glad to hear that. Things have been, you know, pretty, you know, different on my end. But, you know, we're working through it. I appreciate, though, Yubel. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well as well. That is really good. I'm definitely glad to hear that. Oh, they took out Lucifer! That's fine. That's fine. I didn't even like Lucifer anyway. That's fine. Sure. I mean, I have a few different things I can do here, actually. We can play Shinlong. We can evolve him too, and then potentially like maybe get something where we can actually just destroy stuff. So Shinlong gets played. We get to drop that and draw 2. Not really good in my current situation, but that's fine. We're gonna evolve. Dang, that's a huge evolution change. Let's go. I just need to like kind of like get rid of some of their cards. I just need to last till next turn. If they have nothing with Ward, we win. So that's all I really need to do.
How's that?
Speaking of having something without Ward, they didn't. But that's not a big deal. Because Shinlong can survive, take out Angelic Ward thing, and then we can just swing over with Genesis Dragon. We game and let's go. District Manager's having the problem. End up driving the manager to walk out. The way she talked to the tree of the disadvantage, she stepped on 3 of the 4 positions made me want to spec some sense in her. That was probably the hardest day I had, and I was just holding back not to cause more stress. Yeah, dang, that's insane. So I'm sorry to hear that, man. I do hope things are getting better there for sure, because, like, if that's how some of the leadership is there, again, the people they have to look up to, then how, like, again, your leadership, like, the leadership will trickle down to every employee. So just being in a type of environment with that being a leader, man, that's got to be rough. Ultimately, at the end of the day, though, like, you also have to make sure, like, you're not having like affect you too much, you know. So like there comes to a point where your mental health is more important than any job. Take that, soccer captain.
Seriously?
Let's go.
It's already over?
Sucks, and they're the reason people quit. I don't regret ditching a boss and doing things my own way. The stuff is everywhere. Yeah, unfortunately, A-Team is true. He is definitely true. And honestly, what made me almost leave my job was it wasn't the local management, but you know, management up a little bit. I don't even know. I actually, if I still go through with the, you know, bye, I'll actually be unemployed on the 24th maybe. But we'll see how things go. I might transfer to a different department. We're going to see how this goes. It's a very interesting situation.
Dang it!
Yeah, if I don't transfer to a new department, yeah, it'll be my last week. We'll see what happens though. Yo, Super Puffy, welcome. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I guess I should have expected this. They play Shadowverse. They know what to do. Yeah, time will tell, ATM. We'll see what happens.
I feel a little better now, actually. I'll back off for today.
No, you gotta back off for good, my dude. But let's play again, dude. It was actually pretty fun taking you down.
I've got soccer practice now, but yeah. Let's play again sometime.
Sorry for getting a bit heated.
Thanks, Horace. I appreciate you, man. I'll definitely post up a thing in the Discord about what happens going forward. I also do have another interview for something, so that'll be pretty interesting too as well. It'll be something pertaining to Twitch, but if anything does change, again, I'll let you all know in the Discord as well. Yeah, I mean, thanks, Puffy. I appreciate that. The fact that he's no longer in pain is, you know, it's good. We did give him the best life that we could. I appreciate it, Puppy. Thank you so much. Now let's go in the trash can where he belongs. Raptor gets it. Raptor gets it. But we saved her. We did it. We did the thing.
Because we're in the same club? Don't delude yourself. I'm only an interim member in case you've forgotten.
An interim member is still a member
Not
at the
possibly
end
your
of the
concerns
day.
me, to be honest. You should think before you act next time. Now, don't you have club activities to attend to? You better be on your way.
So much anime. So much anime. I love how our dude just walks away, just like kind of like pouting.
Why bother taking off my mask if I'm just going to hide behind another one?
Oh wow, like that's actually kind of good writing right there. I like that. Sounds good. Still, see you soon, my dude. Why bother taking off my mask if I'm just gonna behind another one? I can kind of relate to that at some point. I can kind of relate to that to some levels, especially at work. But we have a new message. Let's check out our new message. I may have joined the club, but I won't be participating. I got work to do, so please leave me be. We didn't even really get a thank you, did we? We didn't even really get a thank you. Success in this Shadowverse should raise reputation. I appreciate your aid. I'll be waiting on the 3rd floor. But there's no mystery we canceled altogether. I found a new one. I'll be on the 3rd floor. Jeez, he was just spamming messages for days. We're still technically on the 3rd floor. Is there anything I really want to do or that I need to do? No, I think we're good. So we'll just do a quick save and then just jump into the next little part of the story section. But I mean, so far we're actually making pretty good progress and also just kind of like, you know, doing more character fleshing out, which is always really nice. Look at this. I mean, do they not have the budget to like laminate this at least? I mean, Hero did do his best to draw it, so you got to give Hero some respect for that in that regard, you know? So good job, Hero.
You're alive! What happened? Are you hurt? You're not hurt, are you?
That's why I ain't going to bed anymore ever. Jeez, I'm sorry, Stale. I don't even want to ask because, like, you know, huge spiders, especially, just is pretty, yeah, because, like, you don't know what's going to happen when you fall asleep, you know? Yeah, Hero looks like he's in more in pain. Like, it literally looks like he's about to, like, grab his gut and just, like, lean forward and just fall to the ground. But no, Hero, we're good. We did the thing. We did the thing.
Sorry, he's been like this for a while now.
Blowtorches are your best friend. I think that's something Elon Musk would definitely support, right?
Somebody's late for once. What do you think happened?
What do you think happened? Anything could have happened.
Something probably came up at the last minute.
Just move Stale. I mean, that's one solution technically. I mean, for me, it's usually a good shoe or a good book is what my solution is. Yo, Flower Boy, thank you for the hydrate. Hope you're doing well. Asish, welcome. It's good to see you as well. By the way, I'm kind of getting hooked in Rune Factory Special 4, by the way, Asish. It's so good. How are you doing, Asish? I don't feel safe anymore. Is there a way to, like, lure spiders out of their location and just then, like, just get, like, a cup and let them out? Or, like, I don't know how to lure spiders. What got you hooked on RF4 so suddenly? So it's not really suddenly, dude. Like, I guess I just really like those farm simulator games, like, where you just, like, have your own life and stuff like that. Like, you just get lost into it, you know? Kind of like how Animal Crossing stuff is. Like, once I play those games, like, I get hooked. And then usually, like, once I finish it, like, I burn myself out of it. Like, they're really, really good. Like, with RF4, though, like, the combat is so much better, more fun and enjoyable than, like, you know, Stardew Valley. The farming is very fun and simple and easy to kind of, like, learn. Plus, there's, like, things to build upon, like, you know, cooking, getting the licenses. The Prince points have a lot of, like, applications to good use. The characters are pretty cool too, and also there's a lot of mystery, especially early on, that helps figure out what's going on, so it drives you to keep playing. And honestly, also the fact that you're kind of like taking the day in by day at a time is also pretty refreshing because you're going at your own pace. It's really good, honestly, like, so good. Even better with the anime and story character. Oh yeah, and like the fact that it actually has like fully fleshed out, like, you know, anime intro scenes when they drop in, it's pretty nice too. Like, you gotta give them kudos when they do stuff like that.
Pretty sure you're overthinking this, you know?
But honestly, ATM, like, my same thoughts for RF4 can also be stemmed up to Stardew Valley. But Stardew Valley's combat sucks. It's just so basic. With RF4 though, it's actually really, really fun.
Hero, wait!
But I love Stardew Valley.
You're seriously overthinking this, man.
You're seriously overthinking this, man.
He was just about ready to send out a search party.
Oh yeah, I can say that, Asish. I'm still pretty early into the game, so I don't really know what the story really is at this point, besides trying to figure out my memory. How was that going to help in this
It's just all
situation?
hyped up since we're official now.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Nothing engaging. But I mean, that's not like what you're playing for Stardew for. Like, you don't play Stardew just to fight stuff. You play Stardew to live another life, to become a humble farmer who inherited their grandfather's land, stuff like that. But no, Stardew is good. I probably should get back to it at some point. Like, I'm on year 2.5. Like, I need to get back to it for sure. It's been like almost a year.
Right, sorry. Guess I got a little crazy there for a sec.
I should probably pick up a physical
I
too.
mean, I get why you're so amped. We're finally an official club, you know?
Kinda. We have an interim member, but we also got to still win the championships before it gets disbanded.
Indeed it is. Now then, I'd like to begin, but it seems we're still missing Ray.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Ray is a member of the Shadowverse Club. Okay. But he's just never around. Which is kind of sad because he just does the job but they don't even care. Sorry, don't think I'll be able to make it today. I'll drop by if I can, but go ahead and start without me. No, dude, we gotta start with
there's no
you.
need for us to wait, then.
Is it just me, or has he been skipping out a lot lately?
Is he just not confident with his ability, or?
Busy. Third years have a lot on their plate.
Oh, he's a third year, so he might
Not
be
much we can do about
in the
that.
same as like
So how
Kagura or
about
something
that
like
field
that.
trip? We're going to nationals, right?
As I said before, I'm afraid reaching the national championship won't be as simple as you think.
Yeah, I know that is. So, like, my wife is a huge fan of the Story of Seasons and, like, the Harvest Moon games, while I just kind of piggyback on the spin-offs because
There's
they're
a lot to explain,
not, like, they're a little
but
bit different in
best
certain
if we head to
focusing.
The Shadowverse Stadium first.
The stadium? Why can't we talk here?
Ooh, are we gonna play some games?
Hero.
Not exactly.
He's like if
Before we
Goku
even
played
think about
card
going
games,
to
kind of.
nationals, we'll need to register first.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go, Kaz.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's do it, baby. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
I wasn't finished yet.
They could have at least waited
Has
for us.
anybody watched the Shadowverse anime? Is it good, or should I
No
just
matter.
steer away from it?
It'll be more practical for me to explain everything at the stadium anyway.
Anyway, let's head over to the stadium. But no, so far Rune Factory 4 is like really good. I think I put in like maybe 6 or 4 hours so far into it. Like not a whole lot, but honestly that's kind of a lot for me in just like 24 hours.
Woohoo! Over here, guys.
What took you so long? Better hurry, or nationals are gonna start without us.
The championship isn't starting anytime soon.
It's meant, that's fair. I've heard it was honestly kind of bad, but I think it also has like the stigma just being card game anime. Like there's only so much they can really do with it, you know? Like even Yu-Gi-Oh has its flaws, and it was kind of like the more popular
over
one.
there, she'll assist you with registration. She'll also explain the rules for the national championship, so make sure to listen closely.
Oh, but I don't like listening to
Are we
stuff.
all on the same page? If so, head over to the front desk when you're ready to begin.
It's happening, guys. Nationals, here we come.
I mean, we're still story rank C, so we probably got to work on that for sure. Like, I don't even know how good our deck is actually compared to everything going on.
Hello, hello. Let me guess. You're here to register for nationals.
Is that, Erica Harlicher?
Okie dokie. Let's get right to it then. I just need to know your name, birthday, and school.
I don't, is that Erica is Erica Harlicher, aka An Takamaki, actually in Shadowverse as well? I mean, I can probably see her in like this.
Okie dokie.
Metallic's the champion, that is his battle. Hey team, it's AM, you're too kind, my dude.
And we're done. Congrats. You're all officially registered for the national championship.
But it sounds like a lot like An, right? From Persona 5?
But you're not ready for the big stage just yet.
Just like a higher
We need to
pitch,
go over
though.
A few rules first. Ready to hear them?
Sure. I have no choice. We actually have to hear them.
Okie dokie. So, here's how it works. In order to qualify for nationals, you need to do
I
two
thought
things.
so, Zeesh.
Thing number one, you'll need to win the bronze cup, silver cup, and then, you guessed it, the gold cup.
I never would have guessed. She kind of sounds like Yomaya. I mean, I don't know who the voice actress for her is, but I mean, she could be in there too. I'm not too sure because like sometimes like they just sound very similar because like they're going for a certain type of character.
Your first hurdle is the bronze cup. To play in this tournament, you'll need to be B rank or higher.
Okay.
Next is the silver cup, where you'll need to be A rank or higher.
And after that is the Gold Cup. You'll need to be at least AA rank to play there.
AA rank, okay.
Got it? Great! All that leaves is thing number 2, achieving Master rank. This one's simple. Just keep winning games and taking names.
Just keep winning games and taking names. And I'm all out of names.
Once you've done both
We have games for days.
that means you're qualified to play at Nationals. Yay!
Because I'm not sure if anybody has noticed, but our character's, like, title is Salty.
Silly. I almost forgot to teach you how to raise your rank. It's easy as pie. All you need to do is earn the required amount of rank points.
Do we get that by just by dueling?
You'll get RP from every match of Shadowverse you win.
Oh boy, that's funny. So here's why I'm kind of like, okay, so again, I would be often having times where I just play this in my downtime. I have Dragoncraft at like 30, Forestcraft at like a 20, and everything else like around like 2 to 5. So we've done a ton of offline games. So if I known that, I would have probably had a ton of ring points by now, but that's okay. That's fine, right?
Come on back to the stadium to attempt a
That's
critical
fine,
trial.
right? That's fine. That's fine. Everything is fine.
Your critical trial, and voila! You get to climb to the next rank.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Let's see if it actually qualifies it or not.
You can only earn RP from a player once until you reach the next rank. You'll earn more RP from players with a higher rank than you, but less from players with a lower rank.
You're more from players with a higher rank. I mean, that makes sense
And
because
if
it's higher and
you
lower
have someone
difficulty.
2 or more ranks below you, you won't earn any RP at all.
I mean, duh. This is what I'm not a fan of. Just text or character telling what to do. I mean, that's fair.
That should do it, I think.
Doesn't
get
take
all
as many
that?
as you think, or at least for his rank, so you're good. Dang, let's go. Yeah, they're different. Check, and then listen more. It's obvious it is. It's all good. And limits the game in my option. I mean, that is fair. But I mean, for what this game is, comparing it still an anime card game thing, like, it is still incredibly solid. Definitely better than anything Konami and Yu-Gi-Oh's put together,
Okay,
honestly.
that should do it.
So that's just
Raise
my
your rank,
personal
and
opinion.
if you're looking for a different kind of challenge, try your hand at some puzzle quests or win streak challenges right here at the stadium. You can
Interesting.
get all kinds of extra goodies this way, so don't miss out on it. But don't forget the most important thing: to have fun. I'll be rooting for you.
There's so many puzzles. I mean, so ATM, is it like a puzzle like where you're supposed to like win in one turn? Those are actually kind of fun, and they actually do help you play the game.
She said we had to be at least B rank to play in the Bronze Cup.
Hold up. B is higher than C. Well, at least I'll have Mimori to keep me company in C rank, you know? Oh, and you too.
Each a different class. I like
I'm
that.
in
That's actually
B
pretty
rank
cool.
myself. What about you, Hero?
I'm still in C rank. Wait, does that mean
So it seems.
Oh
Whoop.
man.
I mean, we
Hey,
beat
good
Kai,
for us.
technically, so we should be able to. How can they maintain their hairs? Yo, anime, Huggles. Anime, like Yugi Moto has defied hair gravity for the plenty of years.
Quite the contrary. Now the club's objective has been made crystal clear.
Just everybody raise up
We
their
gotta
ranks.
Get ourselves to B rank.
Oof,
We can do that.
Easier said than done. Wonder if there's any strat to rank it up faster.
South Park taught me to
Challenging
kill
higher
boars in the
ranked players
forest.
will allow us to earn rank points more efficiently. The path won't be easy, but I
Fun fact, I
sincerely
brought these
believe
entire
we have a
shampoo conditioner
chance.
for each hour.
We just need to
Hashtag
stay
the more you know.
focused and meet our goals.
You can't unsee the hair. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Hero's hair is fine. Everybody's hair is fine. The only one who actually has a problem is Kazuki's. Kazuki is like a straight up Super Saiyan with like, you know, 2 different Jason hair gels going on at the same time.
This is my middle name.
The fact it's actually canon? That's amazing. That's amazing.
We're just one rank away
What type
from
of brand
entering
though,
the
shampoo
Bronze
and
Cup,
conditioner?
guys.
I'm curious on
Let's
that one.
do this.
I mean, his hair is like how long is Sephiroth's hair? A meter will be displayed on the screen where your rank points can be increased. Challenge people with an orange exclamation mark to earn rank points. You can only earn rank points once from an opponent. Challenge all sorts of people to further increase your rank. You can confirm someone's rank by walking close to them. A player's rank is generally an indicator of their skill level, so be sure to check it before challenging someone. Got it. Got it. We need 500 rank points. Okay, fun. Fantastic. She's a B rank. So we're supposed to challenge somebody of the same, or is it supposed to be hot, or does it not really matter? So, oh wait, what's this? Oh wait, this is like a side quest, right? I want to see the monthly receipt for their hairs, right? It's such a good question. Hey, did you know real friends share their deck codes? You can only get one after you made a chosen connection with somebody. Me, I'm a deck code fanatic. I just can't stop collecting them. Remember, if you share 10 deck codes with me, I'll give you something good in return, promise. But now let's see what happens with this. If you share 10 deck codes with me, Oh wait, we can just give it to him right now. We face off a ton of people. What's he gonna give us though? Ooh, the dude just gives us straight 3 packs. Let's go. We are gaming. Deck codes are friendship, and friendship is forever. You winning, son? Yo, Ramen, dude, welcome. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I would say we're winning so far. We are doing good. How are you, Ramen? It's good to see you, my dude. It's not Magic the Gathering, but we're so far winning, dude. I think we even have like more, maybe like 15 to 20. Ben Lurk, my friend, I appreciate it, man. Hope your weekend went well for you, my dude. 25 deck codes. Do we have 25 deck codes or no? Thank you for the hug, Robin. I appreciate you, my dude. I appreciate you, my guy. Oh, she doesn't do anything. Let's check out the packs that we got here, shall we? Yo, Ramen was playing Mafia. Let's go. Ramen is definitely one of the best streamers on Twitch. Definitely go check out Ramen242. He's also playing the Ace Attorney trilogy, which is really interesting. Again, fully voice acted by Ramen. You get to even hear Grandpa Ramen and certain characters. You don't get to hear that every day, so it's amazing. Oh, look at how many things are converted to money at this point. Jeez, we're almost cleaning out the set for sure. All right, so Devourer of Heavens. Okay, so it's Havencraft, summons only when it... And then deals 1 to all enemy followers. That's actually kind of cool. Alucard, Cursed Bread. Okay, interesting. Nothing really groundbreaking, but we also pretty much have almost this entire set completed, which is insane. I think I'm going to be heading up for the night. Sorry if I wasn't acting chat today. See y'all later. No worries, Deli, man. Totally get, like, you know, we all have our days. I'm kind of feeling that as well. But, dude, hope you have a great rest of your night. Hope things, you know, go well for you. Just enjoy the night, my dude. Peace, Deli Tris. I'm working out. Let's go. All right, so let's actually try facing off against a zombie lover. Why not? I'd like to be a zombie. That way I can always enjoy Shadowverse more. I feel like there'd be better ways of doing that, though. So if we win, we get 150 to our rank points. Plus, we also get some pretty interesting rewards. Again, I still think we're under level compared to this, but let's give it a shot anyway, right? Yo, Das Cobra, welcome, dude. It's good to see you, man. Hope you are doing well. How's it going, dude? I've also been seeing that. I've also been noticing like the YouTube grind, dude. It's really awesome to see you pumping out such great content, dude. Dear members of the Silver Hair Elite, in this update, we present another piece of Sephiroth trivia. The secret to his beautiful long hair. The hair products he uses are used of the highest grade, made and supplied by the Shingra company. He used to use one of the whole bottle, both shampoo and conditioner, every time he washes his hair. They are scented with 13 kinds of perfumes, including rose and vanilla. Apparently, the scent and air after Sephiroth tosses hair completely changes daily. Hashtag the more you know. Let's go. I mean, I would believe he would definitely use that much. But I mean, vanilla is always a good scent, especially for like candles or even just like, you know, anything else in between. Vanilla's a really good, pleasant scent. I can't play a single card, so we're just going to pass turn, but we do have a Dragon Oracle, which is really nice. Oh, she's also not playing a card. That's dope. We are gaming. Yo, thank you for that, Huggles. I appreciate you doing good. More thanks at work. 4.5 hours to go. Let's go. You're getting almost to the halfway point. We're almost halfway there. Everybody start blasting Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Let's do it. I wonder if I dated myself with a reference like that. Ramen, thank you for paying the metal tax. I appreciate you. And you as well, Stale. What does this do? So last words deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. That's actually pretty good. Yo, thank you, Das Cool, bro. I appreciate you. Can't be attacked, which is pretty nice. I can drop. I mean, she also has a last words thing, so we're gonna go with that too. I wonder if he'll actually just attack my creature, kill it, and still deal the 2 damage, but also getting rid of my card too. Yeah, that's what I would do too, just because you're getting rid of the creature, but you're also doing damage to the enemy's leader. Which I don't like. Last word, summons a Lich. What is what is the other card? Weird. Alright, we'll figure it out later though. So we have 6, which is insane, especially this early on. That is really, really good. Hitting face would be better for them. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I guess they're just kind of like going for that. Because, I mean, ultimately, I get an extra play point, which is amazing. Which is really, really good. So, I can get extra play ore by evolving. So, let's go. We're going to do that because we do have a little bit more Evo points. I think that card reanimates over and over. I hope not. Reanimation would be too dumb. Force you to trade and take a 1/1 last words and open you with 3 extra damage. True. True. Because if I got rid of it, I'm just using my own resources to deal with it. And they also still get the huge payoff, too. But what is it? I don't even know what a Lich really can do. I mean, it would probably have summoning sickness, so I'm probably not going to kill this thing right now. But, let's see. So at the start of your turn, transform this follower into a Wind Blast Dragon if OF is active. Which it would be. So let's see if we can actually get it through here at this point. Yeah, so we'll wait, actually. Or we're actually just going to pass our turn. So, I mean, I know we can attack with her, but then the Lich wouldn't have summoning sickness, you know? I'd rather not deal with that. Destroy a follower, then put a copy of that follower into play. Ooh. That's actually pretty good. Because now they get to... That is actually pretty sneaky there. There goes that dude, so that's kind of sad. You gotta ring the bell when Mel posts video when I'm asleep. I won't be first. It's all good, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, my dude. So, I mean, I can board wipe everything. But, I mean, this thing will still have a summon of a Lich, which is something I don't really want to deal with right now. This thing won't be attacked, which is pretty nice. We also could just summon Hydra. Hydra can attack twice. That is pretty good, actually. Yeah, I think it could. I mean, like, with this little combo they got going on, yeah, it's definitely not going to be fun. It's definitely not going to be fun. Hydra. Yeah, Hydra is definitely a great Evo target just because it can attack twice and it's a 7/7. It's definitely a good combo. So do I go with the... Because, I mean, if I go with the board wipe and they drop more Urds, they'll just have the combo keep going. So, I guess what we could do... So, get rid of that. That's going to trigger the Lich to drop. We'll play our board wipe now. That kind of like gets rid of the combo, which is nice. And then next turn, if they do play a lot of cards, we can actually drop a, like, you know, maybe drop Hydra, evolve it, and then just start doing some damage. Okay, so that's actually pretty not too bad. So what is this last words? Okay, so this does have the last words, but that's actually pretty good to know. We can also... Ooh. So I guess we can drop Hydra. We'll evolve it too, so it'll be 7/7. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, we get to draw a card because we actually have OF active. Let's go. I'm only getting started. So, I mean, as long as they don't have, like, you know, destruction, stuff like that, we should be okay. Yeah, I mean, we might... I mean, I don't like them having to draw a card, but... Hopefully we can at least keep Hydra on board for one more turn. Because, like, again, this will do a ton of damage if we can actually get it to go through. If not, it's just pressure for sure. Yes! We can do a ton of damage. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Live, Hydra. Let's go. 14. Straight to the face. Now we gaming. That is incredible. That is incredible. Can also get rid of this, too. So that summons 2 zombies. What do the zombies look like? It's a 2. Okay, so it's a 2/2. So interesting. On the win at Shadowverse Champion Battle. Welcome, Flower Boy. It's good to see you. Hope things are going well, Flower Boy. This card is kind of dead to me. It's now like a draw 1. But that's fine. So I mean, I could play this, get rid of that. Drop... I guess I could drop Mist Drag and then just attack over. So that could be kind of interesting. But I'll still leave with 1. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. So we're gonna get rid of this Lich King. So that puts that on the board. All is an illusion. We'll drop him. We'll evolve him. Put that as 6/5. So let's make it a 6/3. We're gonna take care of one of the zombies. Yeah. So hopefully this allows us to be able to do something. Because like if we can keep one or both of our cards. We should be able to win because they cannot attack this dude. Oh. Oh, wait. Damn it! No! It had Necromancy. That's awful. It has Ward. Jeez. Oh, wait. What is this? Fenrir. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. That's actually pretty good. We might be able to do something here. We might be able to do something here. So, draw Fenrir. Because, again, this thing is an 8/10, and it does 2 to everything, which is nice. And this thing's only a 3/5. So we might be good. We might be good. It does have Ward. But we also could just hold out and just hopefully draw into Genesis Dragon. Well, let's see. So... Last words, draw a card. Last words, that doesn't really do anything. Destroyed ally, draw 2 cards, which is going to trigger another thing. Alright, so he's dropping this. I don't know what that does. Yo, Flowerboy, thank you for the metal tax. Appreciate it. I think you are good. I think we are too. Ooh, we get to drop that as well, so that's actually kind of nice. We're at 14, but we're going to play 3 and drop an 8, which is nice. That's actually really good. Trinity Dragon cannot be attacked, which is going to be pretty powerful for us. Probably should have played Dragon Oracle, but that's okay. We could just summon a lot of stuff and just like have them to deal with a bunch of stuff. It's too bad like flying doesn't get rid of like a round ward, but that's fine. But I kind of feel good about this because like this can't be attacked. They're gonna have to want to get rid of this obviously because it's an 8/3, and yeah, I feel kind of good with this. So as long as we can keep one of our big creatures on board, we should be fine. Yeah, I think we're in a good position. Like, and if I can like top deck into like Genesis Dragon, it's over. Oh, that was smart. They destroyed my own creature just to put a copy of it back on board, but it got rid of the cast thing. So that was actually pretty smart. So none of their stuff has wards, so I think we're okay for now. So they're gonna go for that. They're gonna go for that. Okay. That's not too good, though. That's actually pretty bad. We're going to play an Ace Dragon for once, so I guess that's fine. I could still do some damage, which is nice. Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, the thing that I'm kind of banking on is the fact they don't have a lot of cards in their hand. So, hopefully I could do something, because having this thing with the 0 is just really bad. It's just really bad. Let's see... Yeah, like the fact this is a 0/3 is just really, really dumb. You're my Ace Dragon casserole. Seriously, if I could just draw into Genesis Dragon, we are good. We are good. But again, I just need something with like Rush or whatever. Or Storm, I should say. This doesn't have any special effects. When that thing evolves, but they can't evolve anything, so that's kind of good. We go for the damage. So let's see. So yeah, I guess I should just go for the creature itself. I'll go for the creature. But like the fact they killed this and brought it back with 0 is like what really set us back. That was actually a really good play on their end. Wait. Oh yeah, it's a 0/3. It's gonna attack. No, we're just gonna pass our turn. Like there's no reason to actually do that. Join enemy follower, then special. Oh, then it gives them an amulet that is so good and so dumb. If I can draw into Genesis Dragon, that'd be great. That would be great. Give me Genesis Dragon, please. That is not Genesis Dragon.
I can't keep relying on you, Dragon.
What does this thing do? Necromancy 6, gain a +2/+2. That is pretty good. Does Necromancy derivative by like how much the attack or how many cards in the graveyard are? Cards with this Necromancy consume number of shadows equal to summon to play. Necromancies. Okay. We're probably done. Copy's feeling hungry. He's always feeling hungry. He just never stops eating. So we're at 1, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so we're not dead, but we're in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, he can attack, but he can't do shit. So fast turn. Okay, so that doesn't do anything there. Doesn't do anything there. I mean, they can get rid of that all they want. I don't really care about that thing. Ooh! A board wipe! Hell yes, let's go. I mean, they get a Lich back, but it is what it is. But the top deck was still pretty good. And now they're top decking too. So if I can draw into something with Storm, we are good. Wait, what does this thing do? This thing looks good. Wait, this actually... This follower can't be attacked if you have OF. So that's kind of good. I mean, the fact that they're at 6 kind of sucks. Because it can't really deal enough damage to win. Ugh. But it does get animation art, which is still pretty nice. So the fact that they can't be attacked is strong, but I can't evolve it either. But it does have Storm. So we might be able to win. Let's go. Has a special summon animation? It does, Ramen. It does. It's pretty good, isn't it? So if I can live till next turn, we win. Just barely. Oh shit, this is so close. But we did it. We game and let's go. Just go for the win. Let's just go for the win. Dang, that was so close. Oh, what a top deck. What a top deck. Like, if it wasn't for her, like, I just realized she had Storm. Like, okay, we're good. We're good. We got Mordecai, the Duelist. Summons a Mordecai, the Duelist. So it summons itself on last words? Wow. That is kind of busted. Like, this dude can keep summoning himself back because it summons a Mordecai, the Duelist. So if he dies, he summons himself. Then if he dies, he summons himself. So you can only bounce it to actually get rid of it. Dang. Shadowcraft actually seems pretty interesting. Definitely pretty interesting. I wasn't sweating. No, not at all. Not at all. Nobody was sweating. That was a GG, though. So, you don't want to be a zombie? Here, this is for you. This is my deck code. There we go. We actually have our deck, which is actually seemed pretty fun, actually. We also got Pluto. Interesting. We've got a new trophy, too. Let's go. We are gaming. Interesting. But yeah, we probably need to actually do, like, a change in deck at some point, which I might do that off stream. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm still pretty bad at building Shadowverse decks. Like, I don't even know why, really. So what if we find, like, a C-rank player? Strange Hoodlum. His hair looks pretty sus. It looks like something you'd find from, like, a Little Debbie or, like, tree or something like that. Let's fast travel back to the school and see, like, what we can get from, like, you know, the other people. Am I not allowed to fast travel out of here? Oh, full map. There we go. Let's go to Tensei Academy. Let's go to the first floor really quick. Just be able to double check on something. But no, that was actually really, really close. I'm actually surprised we actually kind of won that, to be honest. Like, that one card with Storm was just really, really clutch. So let's find... I want to find a C rank to be able to see how much we get for that, you know? Or if anybody's actually now just evolved up to B rank and above. So like, we're seeing a ton of A ranked, but nothing like C. Okay, so C ranked. Let's see. So you get 100. That's actually still pretty good, honestly. Like, honestly, yeah, that's actually still pretty dang good. Oh no, we're gonna keep the same deck because, like, again, that's a difference of 50, and considering how close that was, yeah, I don't want to take the risk. So I'll probably have enough time for like maybe 1 or 2 more games. We'll probably head the stream out or something like that. Give me a second. Yes, let's go.
Ready when you are.
Good luck.
This is actually a pretty strong, pretty decent hand, honestly. Because, like, this is actually pretty good. Like, this is just a 3 for any card, like any really problematic creature. So, yo, that's actually pretty nice. Ooh, we also got this thing. Like, this is always going to get killed right away. 1, 2, 3 curve. Let's go. Good choice. Good choice. Can't play anything, so we pass. How long is that word gone from my vocabulary? Don't know my own rewards.
Fate finds us all.
Five minutes. Ooh. Ooh. Anime, let's go. I don't think it'll be too hard to not say that word. But thank you for the redemption. Cat Jam, let's go. Drop this because the empty play orb is nice.
You'll regret this.
Let's go. They have Okami. That's concerning due to playing cards gets this thing pretty big. Trying to focus on the game, but also mindful of my vocabulary. Double breath. Expand on that. I see what you mean. We could. We could. Yeah. We could. We could.
Mr. Dragon!
You'll regret this!
Then we attack. Better remove that card. Getting rid of Okami was good. Since the deck Ramen plays a lot of 1-drops, which each 1-drop increases Okami's attack. Precisely. We don't have overflow yet.
You've no business here.
Mr. Dragon!
Yes.
Evolve!
3 more minutes.
The time of judgment is nigh.
2-ish at this point.
Leave at once. Leave at once.
That one.
Our sacred forest!
Thank you, ATM.
Sorry, I've got to take a break. Hey, let's play!
They want to play. Not too bad. It's okay. Tough game. Honestly difficult looking. It's not too bad, Ramen. We can swing, then wild hunt. Yes.
We can't afford to lose here.
Because we have to attack due to ward.
I'm only getting started.
Sword and claw.
This gives more defense.
Leave at once.
It does remove it, though.
Dragon is man is dragon. I need to land.
Life's fate is thus.
Alright, we are good. His ward ban now says 5 minutes ago. So the reason why I ended up going with him instead of this one, because this one already has protection. This one cannot be attacked. The other dude could still be attacked. So given that factor, I'm like, let's just do this. We have 2 left, and nothing really else I can really do, so let's pass turn. Wait, one of our followers can still attack? Oh, we almost missed that. Good job, Mel. I appreciate you. Let's go, bro. I appreciate you, man. No, we're good. We're good. See, like, because if they had Okami with all this stuff, like, it would just be constantly just stacking up in terms of attack. So that's gonna do, okay, so if they don't, yeah, that's gonna deal 2, but we might be okay. Yeah, we're fine. We won the game. We good. GG! Wait, what does Wormspire do? At the end of a turn, transform a random ally that costs 3 play less into a dragon. That is awesome. Like, that's really cool. I want to get more life, though, so we're gonna play Healing Angel. See, there you go, Ramen. We're also playing Angels in this build, too. Let's go. Let's get it. We'll play an Ace Dragoon just because at this point we flexing that we go for game. GG. GG. It's like we don't even need that many like play points to actually get to that point to build the next level. Ooh, Dragoncraft level 34. Let's go. Every second snap a minute passes together, we can stop this. So good. Time to see this week's new episodes for Anime. Talk to you soon, bro. Yo, ATM, enjoy, my dude. Hope it goes well. I'll probably be heading off actually after this little like section, and then I'll probably like, you know, maybe do some anime myself. Love you as well, ATM. Have a great rest of the night, my dude. How's everyone's progress so far? Looking good. I'm getting by, I think. IDK, man. Halfway there. I see. Don't overwork yourself since it's important to take breaks. Got it. Thank you for the tip. Yeah, he's a good boy. Kai is actually pretty good. Kai is right. Maybe it's time to head back to the dorm for today. I'm already halfway ranked to beaming just a little further. Oh, I don't even have a say in this. We have to just do it. I do wish we can actually like change his appearance, though. That was actually something that was brought up. I'm like, you know, that actually would be pretty cool. Can I request everyone's presence in the club room? I have an urgent matter to discuss. Oh, what's going on? I hope it's something serious. I am on my way now. Be there soon. They're probably going to be talking about Ray's like absence at that point, you know? I don't see what else they would be talking about. But we will figure it out the next time we do stream Shadowverse. I think it's actually a good point to end it right now. Just in case like we have some like really integral like story stuff. It might be best just to do it when we have a little bit more time to like execute towards it. They say not on a Twitch users are dumb. I'm so glad to be the other 1%. Oh man, I wish, you know, I mean, I would definitely fall into the spectrum of just not being the most smart Twitch, but that's okay, that's okay. You know, my rugged looks sometimes help get me by, I think. So I think we're gaming. But yo, thank you again all so much for you know, hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. It was definitely a nice little distraction, like, you know, from what's going on. But again, Huggles, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, and also Casey, if you're still lurking, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. I appreciate that. I don't really see... I mean, I do see that Hodgefade is streaming right now, so we can definitely give action. Yeah, we can do Hodgefade. Yeah, we'll do Hodgefade because I don't think anybody has redeemed it yet as well. Good night, Huggles. Is you as well, Huggles. Thank you so much, Huggles. I appreciate you. Let's raid Hodgefade. Do we even have a raid message? I'm not too sure. See, again, we don't even have a raid message. That makes me definitely part of the 90%. Let's go. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you for joining in, Ramen. I greatly appreciate it, my dude. But we're going to raid Hodgefade. He's playing Torterra. I've heard nothing but good things about this game, but I've never actually played it myself. But I will try to be back, and hopefully a little bit more back to normal on Tuesday when we go back to Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Let's go. We appreciate you. So thank you, Huggles. I appreciate you as well. Everybody stay safe, stay hydrated. Yeah, it's like, you know, and also be happy. Do whatever you can to be happy without sacrificing or putting anybody else's happiness or safety involved in those as well. Everybody have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you.